Welcome to today's news. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Naureen. Here are the latest trending news stories from across the globe. Let's dive into today's top headlines. President Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping move forward on trade deal after 90-minute call. President Trump signs new travel ban on 12 countries, limits entry from 7 more. President Trump launches investigation into Biden's use of auto pain and mental fitness. President Trump bars foreign students from entering U.S. to attend Harvard. Two Israeli-American hostages killed by Hamas, bodies recovered in Gaza. Mayor Adams invests $50 million to improve the Archer's public space near Brooklyn Bridge. Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson officially end their 8-year relationship. Michelle Obama says her daughter Malia Obama wants to build career without family name. Nearly 2 million pilgrims completed key Hajj ritual at Mount Arafat. Pakistan stirs global diplomacy after military clash with India. Royal Challengers Bengaluru gave cash help after stampede killed 11 fans in Bengaluru. And Brazil coach Ancelotti says Vinicius Jr. needs support to show his best form. You are listening to Headlines Now News in detail. President Trump spoke with Chinese President Xi Jinping about the ongoing trade tensions between the U.S. and China. Trump said both leaders agreed that their teams would restart trade talks very soon. Trump shared on Truth Social that the two leaders talked for 90 minutes and mainly discussed trade issues. He said the call ended in a very positive way for both countries. The current deal made on May 12 had the U.S. lowering tariffs on Chinese goods from 145% to 30%, while China cut its tariffs on U.S. imports to 10%. That 90-day deal was meant to give time for a wider agreement, but talks later stalled. Last week, Trump accused China of breaking the deal by holding back rare earth exports. China claimed the U.S. also broke the deal by placing new rules on AI chip exports and targeting Chinese student visas. Now, Trump says rare earth issues are resolved. High-level talks will restart soon. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, and Trade Representative Jamieson Greer will lead for the U.S. Trump also said both leaders invited each other for future visits. President Trump signed a new travel ban on June 4, blocking entry to nationals from 12 countries and placing new restrictions on 7 others. The White House said the move was needed to protect national security. The order fully bans travelers from Afghanistan, Myanmar, Chad, Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen. It affects both permanent immigrants and temporary visa holders. The ban will start at 12:01 a.m. on June 9. Trump also partially restricted travelers from Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkmenistan, and Venezuela. These limits will apply to many immigrants and some temporary visa holders from those countries. Trump said the countries listed had poor vetting systems, high visa overstay rates, or refused to take back deported citizens. Exceptions include U.S. green card holders, close family of U.S. citizens, Afghans with special visas, diplomats, athletes, and dual nationals with passports from other countries. The order followed a recent attack in Boulder, Colorado by an Egyptian who overstayed a visa. Trump said the list might change based on each country's progress. Legal challenges may follow, as happened with his earlier bans in 2017 and 2020. President Trump ordered an investigation on June 4 into whether former President Joe Biden's aides used an auto pen to sign key documents and hide Biden's mental health issues. In a memo, Trump told Attorney General Pam Bondi and his legal team to look into what he called a conspiracy to abuse presidential power using a mechanical signature. He questioned if Biden knew about important decisions like pardons and judge appointments. Trump said if aides secretly used the auto pen, it could affect the legality of many executive actions. He also asked investigators to find out which documents were signed this way and who approved it. Biden called Trump's claims false and said he personally made every major decision during his time in office. Trump said auto pens are fine for minor documents but raised doubts about Biden's use. In March, Trump claimed Biden's pardons were void. Legal experts say Trump cannot undo Biden's pardons. Scrutiny of Biden's health has grown, especially after his 2024 exit. Congress is also demanding answers from Biden's former aides. President Trump barred most international students from entering the U.S. to study at Harvard University. He signed a proclamation that suspended foreign students or exchange visitors from coming to Harvard unless their entry is found to be in the national interest. The order will last 6 months and may be extended. It also told Secretary of State Marco Rubio to consider revoking visas of current students already in the U.S. Trump accused Harvard of hiding student disciplinary records and having ties to Chinese researchers. A Harvard spokesperson called the move illegal and a violation of First Amendment rights. The Trump administration has long tried to limit Harvard's ability to enroll international students. Last month, Homeland Security tried to remove Harvard from the federal visa database, but a judge stopped it. Recently, the State Department also ordered more checks on travelers to Harvard. Some international students linked to pro-Palestinian protests have been detained. More visa restrictions and checks are expected in the future as part of broader Trump policies. We'll be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Israeli forces recovered the bodies of Judy Lynn Weinstein and Gad Haggai, two Israeli-American hostages in a special operation in Khan Yunis, Gaza. They were killed in Hamas October 7, 2023 terrorist attack and taken into Gaza by the Mujahideen brigades. Israel's army and Shin Bet said the operation was based on precise intelligence from interrogations of captured militants. The victims, aged 70 and 72 years old, lived in kibbutz near Oz. They were shot while walking near their home during the attack. Weinstein managed to call for help before dying. She had taught English and meditation to children. Haggai was a retired chef and jazz musician. Their daughter thanked Israeli forces, the FBI, and both governments. The couple is survived by 4 children and 7 grandchildren. Israel says 56 hostages are still held in Gaza. The war has killed over 54,600 Palestinians. Talks for a ceasefire and hostage release are stuck as Hamas demands a full Israeli withdrawal, which Prime Minister Netanyahu rejects. New York City Mayor Eric Adams opened a newly improved part of the Arches, a public space on the Manhattan side of the Brooklyn Bridge near City Hall. He announced $50 million in new fundings to add seating, plants, lighting, and other features as part of the city's fiscal year 2026 budget. This investment supports Adams' We Outside Summer initiative to provide safe and fun outdoor spaces across the city. The Arches is named after the 53 arches under the Brooklyn Bridge. The space's largest plaza, more than 2 acres, reopened after restoration work began in 2023. The project also revitalized the famous Brooklyn Banks skate spot with help from Gotham Park and the Skate Park project. Officials said this improved space will bring local communities together and support nearby businesses. More events and programs will be added as part of the city's ongoing effort to create welcoming outdoor areas for all New Yorkers. Chris Martin, the lead singer of Coldplay, and Hollywood actress Dakota Johnson have officially ended their 8-year relationship. Despite several attempts to fix their differences, the couple finally separated after struggling to find common ground. According to the Indian Express, differences in age and opinions about having children became major challenges in their relationship. Chris already has 2 children, Apple and Moses, with his ex-wife Gwyneth Paltrow. While Dakota wanted to start a family, Chris reportedly was not ready for more children. It was reported that Dakota tried many times to make the relationship work. She deeply loved Chris and cared about his children. However, their priorities and expectations did not align. As of now, Chris Martin is busy with Coldplay's ongoing world tour. Meanwhile, Dakota Johnson is promoting her new movie, where she stars alongside Pedro Pascal and Chris Evans. The couple first sparked dating rumors in 2017 and mostly kept their relationship private. They were seen together in public several times, including traveling in India and walking around Mumbai. Their last public appearance was at the 2025 Mahakumbh in India. Michelle Obama recently talked about why her daughter Malia Obama stopped using the last name Obama for her film work. Malia, who is building a career in Hollywood, used her middle name Anne as her artistic name for her short film The Hurt, which she wrote and directed. The film premiered at the Sundance Film Festival in 2024. Michelle spoke on the Sibling Rivalry podcast with Oliver and Kate Hudson. She said Malia and her younger sister Sasha are young women who wanted to be seen for their own efforts, not just their family name. Michelle said her daughters went through a phase of pushing away from their famous parents after Barack Obama's presidency ended. Michelle shared that Malia took off her last name to show she wanted to work hard and be her own person. She also said her daughters didn't want to be princesses but wanted the freedom to grow and explore the world on their own terms. We'll be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for global updates. Nearly 2 million Muslim pilgrims gathered at Mount Arafat in western Saudi Arabia for the peak of the annual Hajj pilgrimage. The pilgrims dressed in white arrived at Arafat at sunrise after spending a night of prayer and reflection in the Mina tent city, which was the first part of their 5-day Hajj journey. On the Arafat plateau, the pilgrims spent the day praying and asking God to forgive their sins. Afterward, they traveled to Muzdalifah, located between Arafat and Mina. Then they planned to return to Mina to perform the symbolic stoning of the devil. Following the stoning ritual, pilgrims will sacrifice animals to celebrate Eid al-Adha, a 4-day festival. Hajj is the 5th pillar of Islam, a required religious duty for all financially able Muslims at least once in their lifetime. It honors the faith's key beliefs and the trials of Prophet Ibrahim and his family. After military clashes with India, Pakistan's government, led by Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, launched 2 major diplomatic missions to key world capitals. The goal was to share Pakistan's view of recent conflicts and call for talks instead of fighting. A 9-member team headed by former Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari visited New York, Washington, D.C., London, and Brussels. Another group, led by Special Assistant Syed Tariq Fatemi, went to Moscow. They met international leaders, think tanks, and officials to explain Pakistan's position. This diplomatic push followed India's global campaign after the April 22 terrorist attack in Pahalgam, which India blamed on Pakistan-based terrorists. India sent parliamentary delegations to 33 countries to urge action against terrorism. Pakistan's efforts saw limited success. Attempts to disrupt India's parliamentary visit to Malaysia failed, and major bodies like FATF and G7 did not strongly support Pakistan. Meanwhile, India gained broad international backing against terrorism. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Royal Challengers Bengaluru announced financial aid for the families of 11 fans who died during the team's IPL title celebration in Bengaluru. On June 4, 2025, hundreds of thousands gathered to welcome Virat Kohli and his teammates after their win against Punjab Kings. But the celebration turned tragic near the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium when a stampede broke out, killing 11 people, mostly young fans aged 14 to 29. RCB offered $11,655 to each victim's family and said they stood united in grief. The team had earned $2.3 million in prize money. Kohli, who top scored in the final, said he was speechless about the tragedy. PM Narendra Modi called the accident absolutely heart-rending. One injured woman said she was stampeded on and fainted. A father and a mother mourned their dead children who were big RCB fans. Police tried to control the crowd and the team said they ended celebrations early after learning about the deaths. Brazil coach Carlo Ancelotti said Brazil must help Vinicius Jr. play as well as he does for Real Madrid. He spoke on June 4, 2025, before Brazil's World Cup qualifying match against Ecuador. It was Ancelotti's first match in charge of the national team. He said Vinicius is a key player and Brazil must work to bring out his best form. Ancelotti coached Vinicius at Real Madrid, where they won 2 Champions League and 2 La Liga titles. He admitted Vinicius hasn't reached the same level with Brazil yet, but believes he will soon. Ancelotti also said he wants a balanced team that defends well and uses creativity with the ball, no matter the formation. He praised 18-year-old Estevão, who is joining Chelsea, and said Brazil must be patient with him. Brazil are now 4th in the South American World Cup qualifiers. They will face Paraguay next week in Sao Paulo and could qualify early for the 2026 World Cup. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 19,887.32. The NYSE Composite is decreased by 25.06 points or 0.13%. Tokyo stock close price is 37,554.49. The Nikkei 225 index is decreased by 192.96 points or 0.51%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,384.10. The Shanghai index is increased by 7.90 points or 0.23%. Hong Kong stock close price is 23,906.97. The Hang Seng index is increased by 252.94 points or 1.07%. Bombay stock close price is 81,442.04. The Sensex index is increased by 443.79 points or 0.55%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. President Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping move forward on trade deal after 90-minute call. President Trump signs new travel ban on 12 countries, limits entry from 7 more. President Trump launches investigation into Biden's use of autopen and mental fitness. President Trump bars foreign students from entering U.S. to attend Harvard. Two Israeli-American hostages killed by Hamas, bodies recovered in Gaza. Mayor Adams invests $50 million to improve the Arches public space near Brooklyn Bridge. Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson officially end their 8-year relationship. Michelle Obama says her daughter Malia Obama wants to build career without family name. Nearly 2 million pilgrims completed key Hajj ritual at Mount Arafat. Pakistan stirs global diplomacy after military clash with India. Royal Challengers Bengaluru gave cash help after stampede killed 11 fans in Bengaluru. And Brazil coach Ancelotti says Vinicius Jr. needs support to show his best form. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.